Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a nutrition blog. So what we're going to cover today is what is a nutrition blog with a few examples, how to pick a niche and why you need to pick a niche and niche down so that you can start getting some traffic. The next step is we are going to talk about what web hosting is and how you can get it. In fact, if you click the first link in the description, you can get web hosting and your domain name for free for the first year. After that, we are going to install WordPress. We are going to install a premium and free WordPress theme. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. And I'll actually show you some changes that you have to make to your website or else you won't get any traffic. After that, I'm going to show you how, why, and what to start writing so that you can write faster. In addition, we are going to talk about some ways that you can make money, why you need to share your content on social media in the very beginning, and approximately how many blog posts you need to write before you decide your next steps. Be sure to check out the first 3 links in the description, as I will be referring to those 3 links throughout the duration of this video. First things first, what is a nutrition blog? A nutrition or nutritional blog is simply a blog where you're answering questions about different nutrition. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you some cool different ways that you can niche down. But with nutrition or nutritional blogs, you are simply asking questions. Your audience, your customers, your viewers are coming to the internet and they're asking about basically nutritional facts. They could be asking about everything from McDonald's nutrition all the way up to how many calories are in a stick of celery. And so you're going to create content to help solve that problem. And what I recommend that you do in the very beginning is do something called niching down. And I'm going to show you a few examples of why you need to niche down and maybe some shortcuts to help you do that. And so if we go over here to our keyword research tool, this is Ahrefs. This is something that I like to use. You don't have to use it. If we just type in nutrition, you can see the keyword difficulty is 94. This is a scale of 0 to 100. 94 means it's really difficult. However, if we look at matching terms, and this is going to be a way to niche down, you can focus on different aspects of nutrition. For example, if you wanted to, you could focus on nutrition of fast food. That can make an interesting blog, and then you could actually turn them into health nuts once they see the nutrition facts of different fast food restaurants. But that's just one way. What you're seeing here is keywords that are fairly difficult and fairly competitive. And so you'd want to look for something like Balmar Nutrition, which is only a 5 and it gets 22,000 searches. And what you could do is you could actually click on this and niche down and find a lot of stuff to write about. Another thing that you can do, and this is kind of that secret hack, is you can go over to a website that's already getting a ton of traffic and you could actually take a look and see which words they're ranking for to help you get an idea of what you should be creating. So if I go over to Site Explorer, I'm just going to paste this in. And we're going to be able to see the keywords that this website's ranking for. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on organic keywords once this pops up, and then we can get a better idea. So we click on organic keywords, and if we take a look, you can see the keyword difficulty, and these are all different keywords. These are keywords on the left. These are all different keywords that they're ranking for. As a new blog or website, I recommend that you try and go for words or keywords that are 5 or less. So they have a difficulty of 5 or less. As you can see here, almonds before workout, sesame butter versus tahani, I probably mispronounced that, but you could potentially create content on these aspects of nutrition and start getting traffic and then do with traffic what you want with it. But this is an example of picking a niche and niching down. If we jump back over to our slide deck here, the next step is simply to get web hosting. Now, web hosting allows your internet to be visible by other people on the internet. What you're going to do is click that first link in the description and you are going to work with a web hosting company and they're actually going to host your website so that people can see it. You are going to pay a relatively small monthly fee and they will actually host everything for you. In fact, what we're going to do right now is I'm going to walk you through the steps of getting web hosting and a domain name. Now, a domain name is simply a name that your customers refer to your website. If we go over here, this is the domain name. The domain name is tobyamidor.com, and you're going to get one of those for free for the first year. So we're going to go ahead right now. We're going to go through the steps of installing, getting web hosting and installing WordPress. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information. The settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're gonna have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here, and then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now that we've installed WordPress, we have a free theme. We're actually going to go back and get a premium theme. I'm going to show you and tell you why that's important in just a second. And we've also made some changes to our website so that we can start getting traffic. Now, right now you have on your website a free theme. It's basic. It has no features or no additional functionality. What you want to do is you want to go out and find a premium theme that is going to be in line or congruent with your target audience. For example, if we go back over to this website, this is a premium WordPress theme. You see how it has additional features and functionality and it just looks good? You want to go ahead and get a premium theme. And to do that, click the second link in the description and it'll take you to this website. And what we can do is we can basically find a theme based on our niche. We can type in nutrition, hit enter, and then you're going to see there's a bunch of different WordPress themes you could potentially download and buy and install into your WordPress website. As you can see, these WordPress themes range from $19 up to about $99. What I recommend that you do is go through, find a theme that you like, and simply add it to the cart. When you add it to the cart, you're going to check out and buy that theme. Once you buy that theme, you're going to download it to your computer. You're going to unpack that zip file, and there's going to be a second zip file. When you unpack that first zip file and you get a second one, you're actually going to upload that right into your WordPress website. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So we're going to go over to our WordPress website where right now we're in the dashboard. We're going to go to Appearance. We're going to click on Themes. And when we click on Themes, we're going to click on Add New. And when we click on Add New, we are simply going to upload theme. And then we're going to drag and drop that theme we just found. Or you can do it the manual way and click Choose Theme and then find it on your downloads folder. Regardless of your method, you're going to click on Install Now and Activate. When you do that, you're going to have a premium WordPress theme with additional features and functionality. Now let's jump back over to our slide deck. The next step is to simply start writing. Now I usually get 3 questions when it comes to starting a new blog or website. How long should my blog post be? How do I start writing? And how many blog posts should I write? Let's go ahead and take care of 2 of those right now. And to start writing, we're simply going to go over to our WordPress website. We're going to go on Posts. We're going to click on All Posts. And when we click on All Posts, we're going to click on Add New. And to start writing, we're simply going to take the keywords that we found over here in the previous step. For example, Idaho potato nutrition. That's a pretty good keyword there. We're going to copy this and we are going to paste it at the title. Now again, the reason why we're doing this is for keyword search engine optimization. We want our keyword to show up at the front to let Google and other search engines know that this is what this blog post is about. And we're going to add in something for the human element. So we could say everything you need to know. And this is designed to get clicks. And so now we need to figure out how long our blog post should be and how to start writing. A good indicator of how long your blog post should be is a few things. 1, the question that's being asked, what your competitors are writing, so their length, and how long it really takes to answer the question completely. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to open up a new tab. We're going to paste in our keyword here, and we're simply going to take a look at idahopotato.com and get an idea. Now this might not be the best website to look at simply because they're only going to have the nutrition facts. What we could do is we could find a different actual blog And let's see, carbmanager.com might be a good one. So if we go to carbmanager.com, and they're probably only about 700 words, what you could do, and to help you write better, I'll address this in just a moment, but let's right click and take a look at the word counter. It is 159 words. You could write a 1,200 word blog post simply on carbs in Idaho potatoes. It seems like it's not possible, but let me show you how to do it. We're going to go back over to our blog here, and we're going to do a little bit of a brainstorming session. We'll say who, what, when, where, why, and how. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take about 10 minutes and we're going to ask ourselves these questions with these writing prompts. And this is going to help us write longer, because once we're done with the 10 minutes, we are simply going to ask ourselves these questions and then answer them in a paragraph, and then that'll actually help us write a little bit longer. So let me give you a few examples. So our keyword here is Idaho potato nutrition. We could say, what is an Idaho potato? Now, when you are doing this, when you are brainstorming, it is important that you do not worry about spelling. You want to get your ideas down on paper so that you can generate as many ideas as possible. You could say, you could actually say like what, how did they come up with these nutrition facts? We could say, how did they develop the nutrition facts for the Idaho potato? Okay, and so what you want to do is spend about 10 minutes and ask yourself these questions, because this is going to help you write much, much longer, and it's going to actually help you rank for multiple keywords, and you're going to start building a following much easier. Now, again, you want to take 10 or 15 minutes and simply ask yourself who, what, when, where, why, how. That will spark other questions. You just write them all down. And then after 10 minutes, you're simply going to keep the ones that you like or that are relevant to your keyword, and then just delete the ones that you don't like. And so, for example, let's say we thought this was a bad idea. We're going to delete that. But let's say we want to keep this. We're going to turn this into a subheading or an H2. And as you can see, we have the H2 here, and then we're just going to answer the question. We could say, we'll say an Idaho potato is, and then obviously answer that question. But if you do it this way, you brainstorm for about 10 or 15 minutes, that's going to help you write much longer, and it's also going to help you write much faster. And once you're done with that, you are simply going to click on publish, and your blog post will be alive and available to the world. So if we jump back over to our slide deck here, the next step is to figure out ways to make money. Now, there are a number of ways to make money with your website. The most common way to make money is simply by placing ads right on your website. I don't see that any of these companies have ads. Now, what you can do is you can work with a company called Google AdSense and have ads placed automatically on your site. And to do that, you're simply going to click on the Get Started here, and they're going to walk you through the process of setting up Google AdSense, and then they'll automatically place ads right on your website. The only downside to Google AdSense is they're not going to pay you a bunch of money in the very beginning. You're going to make pennies on the dollar. But once you start getting significant traffic, you can actually move on to more premium ad networks. For example, eZoic, Media.net, AdThrive, those are premium ad networks you can move to, and you can start making even more money. But that's just one way. Another way that you can make money is simply with affiliate marketing. Now, with affiliate marketing, you are recommending or selling other people's products and services. And the way that affiliate marketing works, if someone were to click on your affiliate link and make a purchase, you get paid a commission. To get started with affiliate marketing, you basically will find different affiliate programs that are congruent or in line with what your target audience is looking for. You will apply to that affiliate program, and if you're accepted, they will give you affiliate links. Now, if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, I do have a free affiliate marketing course. That is the third link in the description. Another way that you can make money is simply selling your own physical or digital products. If you have a course on nutrition, you can sell that right from your WordPress website. If you have an ebook, you can sell that as well. Now, selling products from your website is outside the scope of this video, but that is an opportunity as well. If we jump back over to our slide deck, the next step is to share your content on social media. Now, what I recommend that you do is every single blog post that you upload, share it on social media in the very beginning. The reason why that's important is simply because Google doesn't trust your content yet. What they're doing is they're comparing your content to the content that's already out there, and they want to make sure that your content is valuable and it's accurate. And so what you can do is you can share your content in Facebook groups, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Udemy, anywhere where you have a following and a fan base, you can share your content there and start getting traffic. That's going to let Google know and the other search engines know that you have valuable information, and they're going to help speed up the process. And then finally, the question that I get the most is, how many blog posts should I write? In my opinion, and this is just personal opinion, you should set a goal of writing 50 blog posts. Now, 50 is a great number simply because you are setting yourself apart from many other blogs that were stopped and then abandoned too soon. It gives you 50 keywords to potentially rank on, and it's just, you get better at writing. The more you write, the better you get at it. In fact, also, the more keywords you write for, the better chance you will have at getting a few of those keywords. So what I recommend that you do is write every day for 50 days or write every other day for 100 days, and then take a step back and see how it's working. Now, be sure to check out the 3 links in the description. The first one is for web hosting. The second one is for a premium WordPress theme. And then the third one is for a free affiliate marketing course. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helps you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.